All right, hello everybody. Welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be talking about confusing words. Our words for this hour are going to be fewer and less. Okay, so those are our words we're going to be discussing. Okay, and practicing their uses and understanding why we use them as well. Okay, let's see who we have in class first off. Larissa, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
Awesome. Larissa, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil? Awesome.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I'm a student.
What do you study?
I study English at university.
Great.
I want to be a future translator.
All right, nice. So you want to translate? Do you also want to teach English or only translate?
Yeah, I already help some people to understand English, basic things.
Okay. All right, very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome to class. Good to have you here. Let's see. We also have Dina. How are you? Oh, make sure you're not muted.
Hello.
There you are. How are you doing?
Fine, Chad. Fine, and you?
I'm doing good. How was your day today?
Here the weather is cloudy, and I had like indigestion about what I dinner yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I feel like.
Yeah, you guys went out to get some barbecue last night, right?
Yes, and I don't usually eat that kind of meat at night because you get to sleep and it doesn't work as well as a day.
Sure.
The digestion, I mean. So
yeah, definitely.
I think when I want to sleep, it all gets stuck there.
Oh, that's a bummer. So you didn't? Did you sleep okay at night?
Yes, like a baby. But today, I think how do you say hígado? Liver?
Liver. Yeah. Well, let's see. No, riñones would be liver. Hígado would be. Ay, goodness. Liver. No, riñones, liver, hígado.
Kidney.
Kidney. There we go. Yeah. There you go, Pablo.
Which is the word?
Kidney.
Kidney. I think my kidney is over. I don't know. Excited.
All right. Okay. Well, I hope you feel a little bit better later on. And welcome.
On my eyes, they are like how do you say hinchado?
Puffy.
Yes. Okay.
Puffy or swollen. With your eyes, you usually say they're puffy. Okay. But hinchado would be swollen. Like that, swollen.
Swollen. Okay.
Okay, very good. All right, excellent. Let's see. We also have David. How are you, David? Hello, can you hear me okay, David?
No.
There you are. How you doing, man?
Well, exhausted.
You're exhausted. Why are you so exhausted? What happened?
Did you read the Facebook? I just arrived 2 hours ago from my PSC exam.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I just I was taking a break for a while and had a mini siesta. I was taking a rest. But yeah, no, I just jumped back on to teach. So you just got back from your test. How did it go? How do you feel?
Now I'm relaxed, but it was very hard.
Was it?
Yes, the part of reading,
Ah,
reading
okay.
because it was crazy. And
Ah,
writing was easy. Use of English, it was only 45 minutes, and in 5 minutes I've done it.
uh-huh.
And
All
then the
right.
last part listening.
Okay.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
very interesting.
Okay. Do you think you did well on it though?
I will tell you on 25.
About 15 days from now? Okay. All right, cool, man. Well, yeah, please share, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Halwani, how are you?
Hello, sir. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How was your work day today?
I don't have work because I worked the last night.
Okay, so you worked last night. Do you often work nights, or do you usually work during the day?
Uh, Sometimes, not usually.
Okay. All right. All right. So, did you already rest and whatnot? Do you work tonight as well?
Sorry?
Do you work tonight as well?
Tonight? No, no. I don't have work tonight, this night.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back to class. Good to have you
Thank,
here.
thank you, sir.
All right. Let's go to Jose. How are you doing?
Fine, Joe.
I'm doing good. And Jose, where are you from?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Were you in my class a couple days ago?
yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. So you're from San Jose.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
it's harder for me to remember if you don't have a picture. If you have a
yeah,
picture, I can place your name with the picture. Awesome. So
yeah.
how are things going today?
Fine, fine.
Uh,
Mm,
great, great. Anything interesting happening?
No, no. Today not. Probably the same situation.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Welcome back to class. Let's go to Nikan. Nikan, how are you?
Thank you, Chet. I'm a little bit sick, but I finally take 2 days off from the work
Uh-huh.
because I am very, very happy now.
All
Because
right.
it has been a long time that I cannot take a holiday from the work. It's my big
Mm-hmm.
holiday, 4 days. With the weekend, I have 4 days.
Oh, okay, so you'll have 4 days off, nice long break to relax and
Yes,
hang out, right?
absolutely, yes.
Awesome. Okay, very cool. Well, welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's see. We also have Pablo. How are you, Pablo?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How was your day today? How are things going?
Good,
Anything
very
interesting
good.
happening?
No, just paying bills. Uh,
Okay, just paying bills.
yes, buying some clothes. That's all.
There you go. What did you buy? What kind of clothes did you buy?
A pant,
You get a shirt,
pantalon,
pants. Okay.
pan,
Yeah.
large.
Okay, so some long pants and whatnot. Okay,
What?
all right. Some
Yeah, yeah.
pants, some large pants.
Yes. Large pants.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
all
all.
right, very good. All right, well, cool. Welcome back to class. How about Pablo? How you doing, Pablo?
Hello, I'm fine. I have had a wonderful Thursday, so
There you go. I imagine you're at the end of your day, are you not?
can you repeat?
Are you at the end of your day?
I don't understand the word endeavor.
Okay, the end of your day. Well, let's see. First off, what time is it where you're at?
What?
What time is it where you're at?
No,
Okay.
it's okay. It's 10 o'clock.
Okay, so are you in Spain then?
Yeah. I'm in Spain.
Okay, so what we would say is you are at the end of your day. So that's the end of your day. Okay. So
Okay.
you said that you had a good Thursday. Okay, normal Thursday, and I said, okay, so you're at the end of your day then.
Okay, I thought that it was a single word. End of the day. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because of the way that I speak. But the thing is, when I hear people from Spain speak Spanish, I do the same thing. I think you guys slam all of your words together.
Yeah.
So very good. So Pablo, what do you do? Are you a student or do you work full time?
I have worked this morning in my school because I work as a teacher of physical education.
Nice.
And in the afternoon I have trained my football team. So
very cool.
It was a complete day.
Is it a professional football team?
No, amateur.
Okay, an amateur team. Okay, all right, very cool, awesome, man. Well, welcome to class. Good to have you here. All right, and let's go to Slava. How are you doing, Slava?
Nice to see you again. It's 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. in Ukraine, and I think I'm only one here who speaks Russian. The rest are sleeping, I think.
Let's see. You may be right. You may be right. Nihan, do you speak Russian as well?
No.
No.
In
no
Turkey,
Russian? Okay.
no one knows Russian.
No one knows
common
Russian
language.
from Turkey? Okay. All right. I was thinking that maybe those in Turkey did, but I was wrong. I was guessing.
We are speaking English more.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and what else, Slava? What else is going on?
That's all. My wife went to bed, but I'm here and learning English.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, welcome to class. Let's see. We've got a couple of new people here. So my name is Teacher Chad. You can call me Chad or Teacher. Doesn't really matter to me. I am from the United States, but I currently live in Costa Rica. I've been living here for about 9 months now. And today's class, we are going to be talking about confusing words. Okay, the two words we're going to be going over, okay, is fewer and less. Okay, fewer and less. Okay, when we use them, why we have two different words, and how we use them. We'll go over some practices. If we go through this lesson quickly, I can go and grab another set of words, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. So I think Pablo already put the link in the chat box. Okay, I'll go ahead and put it in here for you guys one more time. Go ahead and open that up. That should open right to the fewer and less page. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, when you open that up, this is what you'll see. All you'll need to do is scroll down. Okay, so fewer and less, decreasing the amount of something. Okay, all right, let's start off over on the left-hand side with Dina. And let me have you read about fewer. Okay, we're talking about fewer with count nouns. Okay, and let me have you read the left paragraph or the left column here, please.
Figure, what that means?
Few.
Few.
Fewer.
Okay, okay. Few. That's it. A new word for me. Fewer.
It's fewer. Fewer.
Fewer.
Let's write it out phonetically. Okay, so we say fewer. Fewer. Fewer.
Okay.
Okay.
Fewer.
Fewer. Yeah. And if it's just that word right here, few. Okay. It's like that. Few.
Okay.
Few.
Fewer.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Fewer is a comparative form of few, and it is used before a count noun to indicate a decreased number of terms. Terms. I can see items.
Items. Yeah.
Okay. Count noun. Do you want fewer lines and wrinkles? Eat fewer sweets? Drink fewer sodas / soft drinks? Smoke fewer cigarettes?
Good. So fewer. Okay, the comparative form is used to indicate a decreased number of items. All right. Let's talk about less. And David, let me have you read about less over here on the right side, please.
Okay. Less is the comparative of little, and it's used before a non-count noun to indicate decreased number of items. Non-count noun. Do you want less drinking? Eat less candy, drink less beer, inhale a taste tar and nicotine.
Okay, inhale. That would be inhale. Okay, less tar and nicotine. Okay.
And tar, what does it mean?
Tar is so when you smoke cigarettes. Okay, if you've seen pictures or whatnot of the lungs of someone who smokes cigarettes, there's black. Okay, it coats the inside with black. That substance or whatnot, they call that tar. Okay, another way that tar is used is in streets. Okay, so you know how you have asphalt. Okay, asphalt has rocks and tar. Tar is black. Okay, so you stick rocks or pebbles and tar together, and that's the asphalt, the black top. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Halwani. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay. So let me have you read about few. Okay. So everything that's on the left-hand side here, please.
Few is the quantifier determined that we use to express a small number of items. In the past, I had a few experiences that didn't turn out well. As a result, I have a few thoughts on how to live well on less money. Fortunately, I have had a few opportunities that helped me. We had a few difficult times to get through.
Okay, good. Yeah. So we're using this with count nouns. Okay, few with count nouns. All right. We're determining the quantity here. Okay, a few, and usually a few tends to mean about three. Okay, about three. If you have a couple means two. Okay, a few means about three or more, something like that. Okay. Let's go to Jose. Jose, let me have you read about fewer. Fewer here.
Okay. Fewer is the comparative form of few, and it expresses a decreased number of items. Count nouns. Do I continue read?
Yes, please.
Now I have fewer bad experiences than before. I have fewer thoughts than I had in the past about business and money. Nowadays, there may be fewer opportunities for young people than there was in the past. Now we have fewer difficult times that we had during the war.
Okay, excellent. Okay, one thing that I want to point out is that few, okay, is used with the article a, okay, not all the time, okay, but commonly it is used with the article a in front, okay, a few, all right, but not all the time. Good. All right, and here we are comparing, so we have fewer and then the word than. Okay, we are comparing now to before. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. So let's keep going down. Okay. So comparative form of little, less than. Okay. So we have little and less. Let me have Larissa.
Hi.
Let me have you read about little, please.
Okay. A little is a quantifier determiner that we used to express a small amount of something, non-count nouns. Non-count noun. Now I have a little time to relax with my family. I get a little vacation time to go on a short trip. My family had little patience with my work schedule. We had a little difficulty to get through.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Nas. Nas, how are you?
Hey, buddy, I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Let me have you read about less. Okay, go ahead and read everything on the right-hand side.
Good. All right. So, less in the competitive form of letter and express a discussed amount of something. Non-common nouns.
That would be non-count nouns.
Non-count nouns. I have less time than I do now to hang out with your kids. In the past, I have less vacation time than I do now. I have less
patience.
I have less patience than I do with my work
Schedule.
What does that mean?
Schedule is, if you're talking about a work schedule, that's going to be your hours, the hours that you work.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay.
No,
in England, they pronounce this word schedule.
Yeah.
In the United States, we say schedule. Okay.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you. Now we have a few difficulty than we had in the past. I think I'm done.
Okay, and this should be less difficulty, or we have lesser amounts of difficulty. Yeah, this one doesn't here. I think this is a typo. Okay, so notice again, class, when we're talking about the comparative form, okay, we have less and the word than. Okay, we're comparing two different periods of time. I have less time than I had less time than I do now to hang out with my kids. Okay, so we're talking about the past compared to now. Okay, in the past, okay, I had less vacation time than I do now. Okay, again, we see that past and now. All right, here below, okay, a little. Okay, right here. Okay, a little, a sufficient or satisfactory amount. Okay, do you want a little more? Okay, so if we're sitting down, okay, and if we're all together and we have we're having spaghetti. Okay, I love spaghetti. All right, and we have this massive bowl of spaghetti, and we've all finished our one plate. Okay, and I would say, who wants a little more? Okay, so that's how I would ask that question. Who wants a little more? And you may say, oh, I do. I want just a little. Okay, that's right. You want spaghetti? So I want just a little. Okay, or you could say, no, I'm full. Okay, I don't want any more. Okay, I want just a little. That's a little bit more. Okay, a satisfactory amount. Okay, our other word here. Okay, little, an insufficient or an unsatisfactory amount, not much. Okay, he gave me too little. Okay, so a little. Okay, a sufficient or satisfactory. If we take away the article a, that's not enough. Okay, he's too little to go on the ride at Disneyland. He's too little. Okay.
Ted,
Yes.
when you use little, you have to use too little, or not always?
Not always. Not always. You can say he's a little man. Okay.
Okay.
Things like that, describing, and that's more or less describing how tall the person is. Okay, he's a little man. He's not tall enough. Okay, he's but more often than not, we do use two, because that kind of amplifies it a little bit more. Okay, it's kind of like saying so. Okay, but we don't say so little. We say too. Okay, yeah, he's too little to go on the ride. Okay, or no, he's too little to play with us. Okay, so you may have heard that with kids. In the United States, that's very common. So if you have a bunch of 10-year-olds that are playing, and a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old wants to play a game with them, like, nah, don't play with him. He's too little. Okay, that means that he's not old enough, or he's too small to come and play with them. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, very good. All right, you guys, let's keep scrolling down. Okay, so degree modifier, decreasing the type or quantity of something. Okay, let's. Who's my next reader? Nas was last. So Nikon, let me have you read everything that's on the left-hand side here. Okay. With fewer plus modifier plus noun. Go ahead.
Sure. Fewer is used to indicate a decreased number of count items. Fewer modifies the noun. In the past, we used toxic chemicals in our garden. Now we use fewer toxic products. We used to have a lot of interesting conversations. Now we have fewer interesting conversations. Kids used to have a lot of opportunities to find work. Today's kids have fewer opportunities to work, unfortunately. The police will carry fewer weapons. We've had fewer good experiences staying in hotels. We used to receive a lot of newspapers. Now we receive fewer papers, only two, the Wall Street Journal and the Chronicle.
Okay, excellent. Let's see. All right, let's go to Pablo. Let's read about less. Okay, and how we would say the same type of thing, but using the word less here. Go ahead and read everything on the right-hand side. Those in the right-hand column.
Yes, less is used to decrease the amount, percentage, or the degree of something. Less modifies the modifier. We use less toxic products, a small percentage of toxics. We have less interesting conversations, a smaller amount of interest. Today's kids have less appealing opportunities to work, a smaller amount of appeal, attractiveness. The police will carry less dangerous weapons, causing a smaller amount of damage. The journalist has had less useful experience, a small amount of usefulness.
There you go.
We are receiving less paper mail and more email, a smaller percentage of paper.
Okay, good. The main difference here, okay, I don't know if you guys caught this, but fewer modifies the noun. Okay? Fewer conversations, fewer opportunities, fewer weapons, experiences, papers. Okay, while less, okay, less modifies the modifier. Okay, toxic. Okay, it would. Here we don't have a. Oh yeah, so sorry. Less interesting. Okay, conversations would be the noun, but interesting. Okay, appealing. Okay, opportunities would be the noun. Appealing opportunities. It's a small percentage of appealing conversations. Okay, dangerous, useful, paper. Okay, so that's the main difference here. All right. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay. Any questions thus far? Any questions for me? Not so much. Okay. Let's go to more or less. Okay. So discussing more and less plus a modifier. Okay. Let's go to Pablo Medana. Pablo, let me have you read about more plus the modifier over on the left-hand side, please.
Use more or to increase the intensity of a modifier in comparative statements. In the past, people were more likelier to die of cancer. Scientists are more optimistic about finding a cure. Adverb. People speak more enthusiastically about the chances of survival. People live more actively than they did before.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's go to Slava. Let me have you read about less, please.
Less plus modifier. We use less to describe the intensity of a modifier in a comparative statement. We are less likely to die of cancer than people were 50 years ago. Scientists are less optimistic about their clinical trials. People speak less enthusiastically about their treatment. People live less activity than they did before.
Okay, excellent.
More
Thank you.
or less expression to a varying degree and blah blah blah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, let's go to our, I believe this is our last part, and then we're going to go to some exercises. So, common mistakes and errors plus their solutions. So here we have the errors on the left-hand side and the solution or the fix, okay, to it on the right. Okay, and let's go to David.
Eat more fruits and vegetables, get less wrinkles. Eat more fruit and vegetables. What can I say? The error or fix? Or all two?
Okay, read both of them. So read the error, then read the fix, and I'll have you read. Go ahead and read all of them. Okay.
Okay. Eat more fruits and vegetables, get fewer wrinkles. Informal usage fewer is used before a countable noun such as wrinkles. Fruit is not generally used in the plural form. It takes lesser time to type it than it says. It takes less time to type it than to say it. Lesser is a word that means the opposite of greater. It's used certain expressions such as the lesser man, the lesser affair, the lesser crime. More people want to pay less taxes. Unclear meaning. More people want to pay less tax. To a non-count noun. Use less tax singular to indicate a smaller percentage of tax. More people want to pay fewer taxes. Use fewer plural to indicate smaller numbers of taxes. More people want to pay less in taxes. If you use less as a noun, use a preposition first and after it in taxes.
Okay. All right. So I want you guys to get this meaning here. This points it out very, very clearly. Okay. So less tax. So that's a percentage of the tax. So let's say that you're paying 20%. Okay, rather. Okay, instead of paying 20% of your overall income or whatever it may be, you would rather pay 18%. Okay, so a lesser amount. Now, here, okay, if you say pay fewer taxes, okay, and you'd have to use that with a count noun, so taxes, adding that es there. Okay, then we would say we're talking about the different types of taxes that are out there: income tax, property tax, sales tax, things like that. You don't want to pay as many different taxes. Okay, so that's a good explanation of how we use less and fewer. Okay, less with non-count nouns. Okay, and we're talking about a percentage. Fewer, okay, with count nouns. All right, and we're talking about amount. Okay, the different amounts. Okay, of things, of different items. Okay. All right. We're going to skip the grammar notes here. Okay, go ahead and scroll down past this big, huge thing. Okay, and we're going to go to our practices. All right. Thank you all for reading. Let's go to Hiba. Hi, Hiba. How are you doing?
I am good.
Good. And yes, you made it in. All right. Let me have you read number 1. Okay, and tell me if less or fewer would be the best word to complete this sentence.
National Health Institute says that Americans need to eat less food. I guess
Okay,
it's less.
why would it be less?
I don't know.
Food is uncountable.
Okay, yeah, so it's a non-count. Okay, so that's why. Yeah, and food is normally going to be a non-count.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you. How about number 2? Number 2 is for Jose.
Okay.
Americans are overweight and let me see. Americans are overweight and fewer people are able to fit into standard airline seats.
All right. Americans are overweight and fewer people, okay, are able to fit into standard airline seats. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why would it be fewer? What do you think? Why would our answer be fewer?
Is a count noun.
Okay, because people is a count noun. Okay, good. All right, let's go to number 3. Whoops, here we go. Number 3 is Larissa. Okay, you're out for just a minute. Let's go to Nas, number 3.
Yeah, American people consume less calorie. Yeah, for less calorie.
Okay, and why would it be less calories?
Non-count is food.
Okay, it's actually going to be fewer. Okay, fewer calories is a count noun. Okay, a big tip in most cases. Okay, I don't want to take a brush and paint it this way because we all know English is confusing, right? So a tip is if there is an S at the end or if it's plural. Okay, that's going to be a count noun. All right. So remember, we want to use fewer with count nouns. So here we would say fewer calories. Okay. All right, so let me change this back. Okay, so Americans need to consume fewer calories. I agree with that 100%. Number 4. Number 4 is for Nikon.
Americans need to eat Less junk food, because none count now.
Non-count, exactly. Less junk food. Okay, number 5, Pablo. Claire.
Yes. Studies also show that Americans are getting less exercise.
Okay, less exercise. Now, if we wanted to use fewer, okay, we would need to actually also change getting. Okay, so we couldn't say getting fewer exercises. We would say probably doing fewer exercises. Studies also show that Americans are doing fewer exercises, but in this case, it would be less. Okay, so less exercise. Okay, good. How about number 6? Pablo Mendaña.
Okay. They are spending fewer minutes each day doing simple activities such as walking.
Okay, yes, fewer minutes. Okay, very good. A count noun. Awesome. All right, how about number 7? This is for Slava. Slava. Oh, there you are.
I think population is... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Study means that this study means that fewer than 40% of population is carry a healthy weight.
Okay, fewer. Okay, why would this be fewer?
Because population is a count noun.
Okay. All right. Well, here it would actually be less. Okay, less than 40%.
Why?
Okay, the way I take a look at this is because of percentages. Whenever you're talking about percentages, okay, you usually want to use the word less. Okay, and so we're talking about 40%. Okay, and that's going to be our of 40% of the population. We're really modifying that. Okay, that's really what we're talking about, 40%. So whenever we're talking about percentages, I remember it that way. I use the word less instead of few. Okay?
We can't count exactly how many 40%.
Say that one more time.
Population is a count noun, but 40% is uncount because we can't count exactly.
Yeah, that's what that's saying here.
How many people? We can't count exactly how many people. 20 or 25.
Yeah, that's what they're saying here. But an easy way that I've used to remember whether or not I use less or few, okay, is if you talk about percentages, okay, I usually use less, okay, when we're talking about percentages, okay. And yes, okay, it would be for that reason. But if I hear a percentage, my mind automatically goes to less instead of few. Okay. Let's go to number 8, and let's see. We're back at the top of the list. So David, number 8, please.
The National Health Institute is urging people to eat less fat and more fruit and fiber.
Okay, to eat less fat. Okay, good. Less fat and more fruit and fiber. Okay, good. All right, how about number 9? This is for Kiba.
Yes, 9. That means they need to consume fewer supersized drinks and the fatting burgers. It's fewer.
Yeah, so fewer. So and this would be fattening. Fattening.
Fattening.
Yeah.
Fattening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good, good. Okay, yes, and it would be fewer because we're talking about drinks. Remember, fewer modifies the noun. Okay, less would modify the modifier. Okay, but in this sentence, we actually want to we're modifying drinks here. Okay, because saying less supersized drinks, that doesn't make much sense. Okay, because we have a count noun like drinks. Okay, all right, very good. And you may be wondering, are there really people that only eat hamburgers all day long? Okay, yes, there actually are. It's kind of gross and crazy, but there are people in the United States that only eat hamburgers. Okay,
I know people.
and yeah, it's I can't handle that personally. It makes me sick inside to just to think about that. Having a hamburger every once in a while, it's okay. You know, if you really enjoy them, cool. I really enjoy a good hamburger, no doubt. But I can't eat them, 3 times a day, all day
I
long.
prefer the hamburger that makes my mother. It's natural. Than go
What's
to
that?
the McDonald's. The hamburger that makes my mother.
Oh yeah, that your mother makes.
It's more natural than the McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
Because
totally.
I know a lot of people that goes every day to McDonald's.
Yeah, it's craziness. Okay, cool. Let's go to Jose. Jose, number 10, please.
Okay. Americans have a lot more work to do, improve their overall health, I think.
Yeah, so a lot more work to do. Okay, based on what we're reading, that would make sense. Okay, we couldn't say they have less work to do. Okay, because
Yes.
we've been discussing that they need to do more to improve their health. So yes, a lot more. Okay, good. All right, let's scroll down. Whoops, here we go. So exercise 2, less and more, and let's go to Larissa. Larissa, let me have you read this paragraph, please.
Okay. Read and improve. You have heard the expression less is more. It is true of life as well as of design. If you have less things, then you have less stuff to care for. This means you have less clothing to clean and less shoes to polish. Having less possessions means that it is easier to move around. You can travel with less bags and your luggage will weigh less. This will cost you less money when flying. When you arrive with your baggage at the house of friends, they will think that you will be staying less days.
Okay,
Continue.
good. Let's go to Nas. Nas, let me have you read this next paragraph, please.
Yes. So, however, having less change of clothes mean that you have need to wash more often. Not washing means you will be less appealing. As result, your hosted will let you stay last day. They will think you are
Excuse.
to invite you. You will have one less friend, and you will be thinking of one more place to go. There you have it, more or less.
Okay, there you have it, more or less.
More or
okay,
less.
excellent.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, so we have a story that we just went through, and we need to make the corrections. Okay, thank you too for reading. Let's go to Nikan, and let me have you read number 11, and tell me what you believe the answer would be.
Sure. Number 11. Okay. If you have less things, can you have less stuff to care for? I think it's informal because fewer thing is used than the less stuff.
Hold on one second. What are they getting at? Selecting formal or informal? Reading feedback. Oh, I totally went through this and read this a completely different way. So less is acceptable. Formal acceptable.
It's an informal way to say less stuff.
Okay, less stuff. Yeah, it would be less stuff. Okay, fewer things is used more formally. Less stuff, yeah, it still feels uncomfortable to me though. It's if you have less things, okay, it would be fewer things. Okay, than if you have less stuff. Okay, all right. So let's see. And so, okay, so what we're saying is less going to be acceptable in this situation or not? Okay. When I went through this and I was briefly reading through the summary, I thought we were going to be correcting when we were going to be using less and more, or less and fewer. Okay, that's okay. We can still go with it. All right, let's go to number 12, and let's see. This is for Pablo. Pablo, number 12, please.
This means you have less clothing to clean and less shoes to polish. Informal.
Yeah, this is going to be informal. Okay. Okay. Fewer shoes. Yeah, fewer shoes is used more formally, but I would always suggest using the more formal, especially when we're talking about non-count nouns. Okay, fewer shoes. Okay, I would definitely suggest that. Okay, but you can say less shoes. All right. How about number 13? This is for where am I at? So Pablo Mendaña.
I don't know. I don't know if possession is a non-count or a count noun.
Okay, possessions. Less possessions.
It would be informal. It's better to say fewer possessions.
Okay. Yes, it would be informal. Let me check something out really quick. I believe I have. All right, that's what I want to do. Okay. We're gonna, and I like your suggestion, Nikan. I really didn't like the exercise either. When I had read through,
I don't like it.
Yeah. When I read through, I was like, that's what I thought it was going to be. I was like, this would be good. Yeah.
I think it's the general stuff.
Yeah, let's scroll down here. We won't have enough time to read through this text because I goofed and read through that other one because I thought it was something else. But it'll give us part of the sentence here, and we need to edit the sentences. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through these. Pablo Mendaña, let's start with you. Let's go to 21. Okay, go ahead and read through that.
Okay. The cost of issuing each student an iPad over a 3-year period makes them less money than buying flat sets of textbooks.
Okay, and is that sentence okay, or do we need to change it? Less money.
I think it's right.
Okay, yeah. Less money would be correct here. Okay,
uncountable noun.
Exactly, uncount. Okay. All right, let's go to number 22. And this is for Slava.
Also, the educational material that students download is less likely to be out of date. Less likely. I think it's correct.
Okay. So we shouldn't say more likely.
More likely.
Okay.
No.
We shouldn't say more likely. Okay. We could say less likely. Okay, the educational material that students download is less likely to be out of date.
No. I think more likely than be out of date.
All right.
Yeah.
Here, less likely works works fine. Okay, so here, if we're talking about the cost of, let's see. Also, the educational material that students download is less likely to be out of date. Yeah, so if they're downloading it, okay, that means that it's less likely to be out of date. Okay, so it will not be out of date. Okay, more likely would mean that it would be out of date. So this here is correct.
Be out of date is not good.
Yeah, out of date would not be good. Okay. Yeah, but you could use more with likely as well. Okay. But in this situation, that would not work. Okay, number 23.
Can I ask one question?
Sure. What's your question?
What's out of date? I didn't understand.
Out of date. Let's say out of date means that it's almost useless. Okay. So you probably you remember Windows 97. Okay. It's a operating system, Windows 97. Okay, from 1997. Okay, that would be considered out of date. Okay, because now you have Windows, I don't know, Windows 10, I think, is the last one that came out, something like that. You have these other updates to the systems. Okay, so if you are currently still using Windows 97 or even Windows XP, you would be out of date.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. Yeah,
oh, I'm out of date, so
you'd be out of date because there's upgrades that are newer. There's updates that are newer. That's why. Okay.
What's the latest one?
What? I'm not exactly sure. I don't use a
Windows 8
a PC. Yeah, I don't use a Windows-based computer. I have a Macintosh, and the latest for Macintosh is Lion, or sorry, Mountain Lion or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, let's do one more, and then we're about out of time. Okay, so let's go to David. David, number 23.
Teachers also are able to deliver new readings and assignments to students in lesser time. I would change lesser time for less time.
Okay, so for less time. Okay, and you know, I would have to agree with you there. Teachers also are available to deliver new readings and assignments to students in less time. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, very good. Remember, lesser is the opposite of greater. Okay, so we don't want to use the word lesser unless you're meaning the opposite of greater. So in our examples here, like lesser man. Okay, so it's a greater man, someone who's better. Okay, or a greater athlete, something like that. Okay. All right, thank you, guys. There are some more examples or exercises that you can go through. I hope this explained a little bit more about when we use fewer and when we use less. Okay, and why we use the two. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for coming to class. My next class. Let's see. What am I doing? What do I have at 3 o'clock? Oh, I'm doing grammar stories. So yeah, so it's a class 4B for beginners. Okay, so beginners to come in and practice their reading and comprehension. Okay, all right, you guys, take care. We'll see ya.
Bye,
Bye
see you.
bye, Chet. Thank you.